All right. All right, guys, let's get into this. So, Mama Max content, there's a plethora of it. I think we're winding down. I'd like to think so. It's been a lot of fun. I said this before. It's like playing a good game, but you're ready for the end, okay? This is Mama Max's response. I think Mudahar is dropping a video today. I don't know if I'm going to watch it today or tomorrow. And then I did another one yesterday. Then we're done. We should be done for a while. I think I'm good. I think we're good. So, at least hopefully, unless he responds to Mudahar's video. I don't really know. But I'm curious as to this. Something I noticed, though, on Mama Max's video, which is I place accountability in my own hands, which, I don't know. I'm already feeling like this is going to get preachy. It's almost like the I'll martyr myself energy, but maybe I don't know. But anyway, if you go to his profile, which I guess now he has a picture of people holding hands, he has a tab called Survivors. So I'm thinking that Mama Max is trying to create a cinematic universe of survivors or something, which we don't even know if they're survivors, because this current story is the vampire survivor. I've been playing that game while we do this, but anyway, the current thing is like there's this guy. He's a vampire werewolf. When he was 18, he convinced this girl Spencer to go be with him. Level 0 Riz somehow convinced her to run away from home, but she had a rough home life. Apparently, they claim it became a cult of 200 victims. Only 5 left, though, because the cult let people leave, because that's what cults do. But they still can't produce enough evidence to go to the police. They went to the one police guy, and he's like, hey, wrong jurisdiction, and then they just never went to a new one. They're constantly talking about how they're trying to collect more information, which means you have nothing. So, I don't know. This whole thing is just stupid. He released this 14 hours ago, 31K views. Listen, I don't get a lot of views. I'm just saying, like, he used to get a lot more. I don't know what's going on. He's just spiraling. This is kind of the end of the spiral. I think he's been spiraling for a while, frankly. But, yeah, whatever. Let's go.
So, I just completed a...
We're getting the normal voice. Oh, my God.
Signed 12 super chatted $2.
What a beautiful thing.
Fab farmer, non-stop milking.
Yeah, I keep milking them. Wow, look, guys. We're getting it. We're getting the normal voice.
30-minute video.
All right.
Called Silencing All Survivors.
Okay.
That addresses pretty much everything. It addresses criticisms. It addresses my approach.
Wait, did he say he made this already? I'm so wait, did I? What?
Called, I just completed a 30-minute video.
Why didn't you release that? Wait, what?
Called Silencing All Survivors. That addresses pretty much everything. It addresses criticisms.
Is he saying that this video doesn't exist? Wait. Is he saying that this video doesn't exist yet? that addresses all the criticisms?
It addresses my approach. It includes apologies. It includes
your pinky finger, yeah.
A call to action on Camden. A little bit of information about everything, like
what is a pause part of the script, Max? Oh, he's gonna say he made it but chooses not to post it. Makes perfect sense, guys. Makes perfect sense. I believe it. This guy's very trustworthy.
But I showed it to some trusted friends and the survivors.
The survivors, yeah.
Some people...
It's not a bad show.
Loved it. Some people had a few criticisms. Okay. And then some people hated it.
Wow.
And told me not to...
How many people did you send it to?
Upload it.
Oh, well, it's a good thing that it's their choice, not yours.
I've got people telling me just talk about the case and nothing else.
Yeah, how about you just actually show us information? How about you just go to the police? How about you stop fucking around and making this into a spectacle?
I've got people telling me just address the criticisms. I've got people telling me just apologize.
What he really should do is not acknowledge anybody. He should stop acknowledging people, and he should just release a video with actual information if he has it, which he probably doesn't, so he's got nothing. But he's been engaging with this so much. This whole thing only happened because he engaged with it. He's been getting away with being like, I don't know why, because we watched like a ton of stuff about his past. I don't know why he responds to people. He responds to like small nobodies that nobody cares about. And then it just steamrolls into like this big explosion where people like it blows up and becomes something. And now Mudahar is making a video about it. It's just so like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I feel like I'm being pulled in every which way.
Yeah, I feel that way when I'm
and no matter how hard I try, I cannot make everyone happy.
Dude, just post the information that you have.
I'm trying to prioritize the survivors over myself.
Okay, the alleged survivors. Let's be real here.
But then, where do I put like the general public in that priority list?
Okay.
And it's very difficult.
It doesn't seem like it, brother. It seems very easy. Just
I feel like I'm in an impossible position where I just can't seem to do the right thing. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So what's the right thing to him? Because the right thing to like everybody else is to actually release the proof that this guy's a vampire, cult, werewolf, pedophile. What's the right thing for you? Like that would be the right thing. It's a pretty big no-brainer. So when he says I don't know what the right thing to do is. Right thing for saving face, the right thing for what are you talking about? This isn't like a complicated topic. Just release it or don't. You could have just came out today, guys. I messed up. You know, I thought I had more information than I did, and I don't, and I botched it, and I botched it. I believe this is a bad guy, but I don't got any proof, and I'm sorry, and it's time to move on. And I would have been like, okay. That's fine. I would have said, okay. That's where I would have been.
Sorry I can't make all of you happy.
My God.
I'm sorry to Charlie for dragging him into a...
I bet Charlie's watching this, and he's just like, wow, you're a loser.
into a case that is...
It's not a case.
Not necessarily his fight.
What are you talking? There's no fight.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys, to all the victims of abuse of this vampire survivor cult. I'm sorry that you pedophiles don't believe me when I give you no proof of this interaction going on. And in fact, everything that me and Spencer say actually contradicts this guy being a predator pedophile. By the way...
Am I doing a good voice? I don't know. By the way, guys,
go
check out Auntie Spencer. We're going to be adding more survivors to our cinematic universe. Auntie Spencer, Mama Max, Papa Gut. What the fuck? Thank you so much for the membership. Am I going to be in there? Oh, that's a Survivor theme song. If you didn't know that. I can't do the rest of it, though. Just imagine that it was there. What the fuck's happening? What?
I'm sorry to my audience who don't even know what the heck is going on. Like I'm uploading shorts, I'm doing live streams, I'm doing weird-ass videos.
GoFundMe
just
for the
trying to find the remaining survivors.
Oh, wait, is it gone? It looks like the GoFundMe is gone. LOL.
Camden Gerard Davis.
Sorry,
just trying to find the remaining survivors of Camden Gerard Davis.
What do you mean? There's supposed to be 200 of them. How is it so hard to find? All ad revenue goes to the survivors of Camden Gerard Davis. You know what's so funny is that the biggest survivor lives with him. So who's it going to? Yeah, it can go to me to help me pay for the rent because you're living here for free. What are you doing?
That has always been the goal for this awareness campaign.
Okay.
And while it's worked in some respect, it's also caused a lot of issues. I don't want to cause issues. I want to resolve these issues.
Doesn't this guy talk about how every time he causes an issue, it puts more attention on it anyway? What are you talking about, bro? What? I like Chud Logic. He's fine. I mean, I don't dislike him. He seems cool.
I don't want any... I don't want beef with anyone. Like I
Bro, you've been calling everybody out. You only don't want beef now because you got fucking dumpstered. And now you realize you can't virtue signal and hide behind pedophilia anymore because people have smartened up and realize that you just seem to call people pedophiles without any real proof. That's what it boils down to.
I want to communicate openly. I'm trying to communicate with my peers. And I'm trying to listen to dissenting voices.
Oh my God.
I'm trying.
Hurry up. Speak faster. Check this out. This is a Lego of me. I made it. But I accidentally scratched off some of the paint on the beard. A little unfortunate. Made this at Disney one time. He got a little bit of a belly. If you can see, you can't really see it. It's hard to see it.
And I'm trying to listen to voices I trust, too.
Yeah. Yep.
And every single person is telling me something different.
Wow. How many options are there? There's no way that there's that many different things people could be telling you. Either, yeah, you're right, Max, or no, you're wrong, Max.
And I don't know what to do. And that's why I've been asking for help.
How the fuck do you not know what to do? Like, this isn't a very complicated topic here. You just have proof. I have proof. If I'm being charitable, I'd say that he actually believes that this guy's some kind of a predator because of what they say, and he's been desperately trying to find information to prove what he thinks, even if it's not true. That would be the best case scenario. Really, worst case scenario, it's just he's just looking. I don't think he really cares. I don't think he really gives a shit. I don't really think he cares. I think he's just upset that he got caught.
People say, just wait for law enforcement to do something.
Well, no, let's not even wait for that. We'll go to them. You got to go to law enforcement first. And yes, again, law enforcement can be flawed. What do you think's more flawed? The fucking vigilante YouTuber that tries to pretend like he's fucking Batman with his dumb, deep voice? Or the police? Which one do you think? Which one do you think has more credibility? Which one is more reputable? Which one is more effective?
But we've waited 7 years, and they haven't done anything.
You haven't gone to them. You went. What are you talking about? You admitted that you guys didn't even submit information.
So
we went to one guy, and they said it was the wrong jurisdiction, so we just didn't bother following up.
We decided to just go public with it.
Oh, my God.
And put eyes on him.
And wow. It worked, dude.
People wanted evidence, so we've been inviting people to our little server where we have the evidence.
You've got no evidence.
But then people don't want to listen to the survivors.
That's not evidence. That's just what do you call that? Witness testimony? That's not evidence. You need evidence.
They're in there and just look at the evidence and
what evidence? Just show us the fucking evidence. All you have are some people saying, "Hey, we had a bad time." That's it.
Include it's nothing.
Yeah, because there's no evidence.
And
oh my God, you notice his voice is slowly getting deeper as we go on there? He's transforming. He's gooning. He's MamaMaxing.
And people are making all these public attacks. Not platforming any of us.
Well, I figured they could survive the attacks because they are the vampire survivor.
Not wanting to talk to the survivors themselves.
Bro, there's nothing to talk to them about. I've listened to her, that one girl talk, and she's fucking crazy. She's going around here basically telling us an episode of Law & Order SVU. That's all she's doing. What are you talking about? There's 200 people that are victims. Only 5 are left in this supposed cult. No idea how. I don't think cults usually let you leave, but I guess 195 of them left. But we don't have enough evidence to go to the police. Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
And when people do talk to the survivors, they're getting attacked.
Who's getting attacked? The people who talk to them? You mean like that one trans person that talked to them? What?
Just because they're transgender?
I knew it, yeah. Listen, I'm sure people are being rude about them being trans. Of course. But also, they're wrong. I watched that. It's dumb. I'm MamaMaxing. All right, bro. Come on, dude. I'm about to have. Yeah, 4 miscarriages in 3 months. Yeah, that makes. I don't know. Personally, I don't know if I believe that. She's talking about how she got so violently beaten to such a degree that she had a bunch of miscarriages, and yet there were no visible signs for her to go to the police or her parents to see or whomever was watching over her at the time. She said she was in the group home at that time, right? And they didn't notice that. There's no way. There's no way. Also, what about Mr. Carriages? What the hell's going on with that? It just sounds like in all honesty, it sounds like a person that Spencer girl sounds like somebody that had a rough upbringing where their parents and their family didn't care about them, and they are used to making up lies for attention. That's what it sounds like to me. They didn't get attention, so now they lie for it. And it's a sad thing, and I could forgive them for that. Mostly because I don't care. I get it, you know? But we've gone to a point where this guy, like, I you know, at this point, I haven't even seen Camden transform. Show me him in werewolf form. Also, how the fuck do you get tricked? Like, I don't get it. The guy's wearing fake vampire teeth, and you guys are like, oh, I must be a vampire too. Like, how does that work? You guys all go to Party City together and pick out vampire teeth? Like, how the fuck, how does he convince you that you're a fucking vampire? I don't get it. There's no way. There's absolutely no way.
This has been very difficult. And I know if I could have just started with making everything clear from the beginning, maybe this could have all been avoided.
Yeah, you could just make it clear at the end. Like, you could make it clear right now. You can make it clear right now.
And I take accountability for that.
No, you don't. Is this video full of evidence?
I just thought that people...
Oh, it's just... Oh, here you go. Oh, we got something at the end. There's some stuff at the end. Oh, it's a picture of the guy and some other words on the screen. Great, it's going to be nothing.
If people wanted to know what was going on, they would just go to the podcast.
What fucking podcast?
And we put the podcast on Spencer's channel.
The podcast. Yeah, we wanted to make a new podcast on Spencer's channel so we could expand our cinematic universe. Oh, what a beautiful thing. Wow. And then also, by the way, 10 hours of Mama Max dancing. Whoa! This is crazy. Wow. So artistic. Gotta love it. No one's... What is this? 4 hours and 40 minutes of somebody talking. That's not evidence.
To help her build her own platform. Because
For
survivors
what?
need more than just a voice. They need
a YouTube channel? What the fuck are you talking about? They need more than just a voice. They need a whole ass YouTube channel. What is that going to be based on? Their survivability? I don't understand.
Financial help. They need psychological help. They need medical care.
I don't think that YouTube provides those. So why the fuck do they need a YouTube channel? They
need a loving family. They need a roof over their head.
Is that you? Are you the loving family? Are you the one that took this supposedly vulnerable, emotionally vulnerable person into your household? This seems a little weird. My understanding is they might be friends, but still, I mean.
Survivors need a lot.
Wow. And you're such a good guy for acknowledging that.
I've been trying to provide that.
I don't think survivors need to have their alleged or potential trauma blasted all over the internet over and over again as they try to make YouTube channels around it. Doesn't really sound too good.
And it's just, it's not enough.
Okay. It's not enough. It's never going to be enough. What do we got to do, bro? What is happening here?
And it feels like when we reach out for help, people just want to use that opportunity to attack us. To hate on me.
The red pagan called me out. He said, "Oh, that's the girl. That's the yeah, we watched this. We engaged with that. They call. Who cares if they call? Call me out for what? Where's the Papa Gut call out? Where is it? He's right here.
Pretty much your entire high school.
I didn't guess right, so we're not going to hear.
It's hard.
Oh,
this is really hard.
I'm gooning right now, brother. It's hard. I'm sorry if this comes off as inappropriate, but you've shown us nothing that they're even survivors of anything. Like it's insulting to actual survivors. What are you doing? What the fuck is this? Yeah, Spencer needs a bigger YouTube channel, $100,000, guys.
So.
Okay, are you praying?
Let's just start from the beginning.
All right, 7.5 minutes in. Let's do it. Let's do it. Here's Camden Gerard Davis, and here's some facts as to how he groomed children. Apparently, we have 200 people to choose from. We have some information. That's what he's going to say next, guys.
I met Spencer.
I don't care about that.
She told me what happened to her.
I thought that you guys were already good childhood friends. Didn't somebody tell me that? Is that not true?
I told her I was busy with other projects, but...
What projects?
If you need me to hand this to someone else, I will. She said, no, I want you.
I want you.
And so?
I want you. I want
few
you.
Years later,
what is his name? Andy? Andrew? Ben? What the fuck's his name?
Later, I finally came back, and I was like, okay, are you ready?
All right, later. Oh, this was so important, and you waited until later? Wow, who's the one not taking it seriously? Max? That's probably his name. That's probably his name. Okay.
And we did the podcast.
Okay. Cool.
And while I was there listening to her, that's when I realized this is going to evolve into something much more.
Beautiful. So instead of realizing that beforehand, you realized it while she was talking on the podcast. Don't you think it would have made more sense to talk to her about what was going on first and to understand the severity of it? That makes more sense to me. It just sounds like you didn't realize how bad this was until the podcast. You're a YouTuber. You should know how these things... Of course he doesn't know how these things work, because every time he makes an allegation, people just instantly affirm it. Because he's still riding the overcorrecting of the Me Too movement. And again, like I've said this, I want to be very specific, very clear. Me Too movement was a good thing. We started out not caring about survivors or alleged survivors at all, and then we started caring, which is a good thing. And then it went a little too far. And I think Amber Heard's a great example of how it went too far, over affirmation. Max rode that wave, and he's never gotten any pushback apparently. Well, when he makes accusations, so yeah, you should have known though that this you should have known you needed facts. You should have known that.
Originally, I just wanted to do a podcast where we platform survivors and they tell their story.
Wow. Okay. See, here's the thing. If you wanted to do a podcast where you're going to platform survivors, you can't do the podcast in a way where you call people out. Okay, let me be clear. I'm gonna have a little gas on. There is a difference between an individual talking about their experience versus trying to go after another person, right? So let's say you did have a podcast and it's centralized around people talking about their traumatic experiences. The conversation there revolves around that person with the experience. It doesn't revolve around calling somebody else out, because you need facts in order to make a call out. But if you're just going to recount your experience without trying to call someone out, you don't really need those facts, because you're not trying to go after somebody. You're just trying to talk about your experience, what it meant to you, what it felt like. So you could have done that, but you didn't do it the right way. You tried to center it around canceling this guy with zero actual facts or evidence that suggests that he's a bad guy, or really proves it. I mean, you have some witness testimony, hearsay, right? I don't know. So the podcast could have been fine as a separate project. That's all. That's it. But you decided to make it a call-out project. It doesn't work. It doesn't work out.
Rareware should get free super chatted $1.99. These long pauses are convincing me he's innocent.
I agree. I think he is innocent.
But you can't just tell your story anymore. Now you need concrete evidence. Now you need to go to law enforcement.
Oh, fuck! See? He's used to just saying whatever he wants.
And multiple times. Now you need to consult with lawyers.
Now you need proof. Now you need proof somebody's a bad guy. I fucking hate the world.
This motherfucker, your exes called you like a rapist and like a fucking creep. What? You think you'd be a little more empathetic to needing actual facts. All right? What are you talking about?
We can't just listen to survivors when they're screaming for help.
Shut up. This guy's such a fucking pussy. Shut the fuck up. Just shut up with the fucking virtue signaling. You can't even listen to Survivor. Alright, bro, listen. Hot take. I think a lot of people, I know plenty of survivors of like horrible sexual assault. It sucks. It sucks. But you know what I wouldn't do? I wouldn't come on the internet and make an entire channel signal boosting that. Because I would argue the overwhelming majority of people who have like intense trauma are not trying to make their fucking YouTube channel out of it. Because it hurts. Always. To me, it doesn't really... To me, and again, some people have moved through their trauma and they can talk about it and whatnot. But I would argue that to me, it makes me feel like Spencer doesn't have a trauma with werewolf vampire guy. Because, like, how the fuck are you going to sit here and make, like, an entire podcast centralized around the most horrific moment of your life? I don't know. Listen, it's that plus 100 other things. You know what I mean? If it was just that one information piece, I wouldn't be like, oh. But that plus all the other stuff, it's like, dude, none of this adds up. None of it adds up. You know, when she was talking to fucking, what was it? Red Dead Redemption, whatever that fucking person's name was, Spencer, when she was talking to that that trans person, like that person would basically was asking leading questions all the time, and then the Spencer was like, yeah, and added to her story. And it's like, okay, like it's just there's just so much going on. It's fucking crazy.
That's why I've been taking all of these creative, experimental approaches to try to bolster their voice.
What the fuck are you talking about?
That not only can they be heard, but they can be
Amber Heard. Guys, what'd I say?
Seen, and they can be addressed.
I hope they're addressed. Okay. Somebody re-upload this video without the long pauses. Tell me how long it is.
I'm sorry to Charlie.
I'm sorry, Charlie. Is that
I'm
another
really
survivor?
Sorry. I did not mean to make you upset.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You wanted to make him upset. You wanted people to go after him, and it didn't work because we're tired of it, dude. We're tired of it, dude. We're tired of survivors. No, I'm just kidding. We're tired of false allegations. This may not be false, but you have no proof, so.
We just need help.
That's certainly true.
So, instead of addressing all the random rumors that people make up,
I don't know, what is that? What is he talking about?
And responding to criticism and
I think I felt the breeze of his blowing.
Talking about the wrongdoings of other influencers, I'm just going to take accountability for my actions.
So instead of doing all these other things, you're going to take accountability. The way that he phrased that suggested to me that he's like, I'd really like to talk about this shit, but I can't. So I'm just going to take accountability. What does that mean? What does it taking accountability mean? You literally in this video, you're bitching about how you have to have facts to go after somebody. What's the accountability? The accountability would be like, guys, I didn't realize I needed to have facts. You're doubling down.
Dox his mother.
Don't do that. That's him saying that about Camden. We're going to call him werewolf guy, vampire guy. He's the true vampire survivor. Okay. He's trying to dox his mom. He did dox his mom.
And correct them.
Oh,
starting now.
Correct me, Daddy. Correct me right now so hard. I want you to correct me so hard.
Let's
right
just
now.
start fresh.
Oh.
First,
I'm a little overtired.
We need to keep finding the remaining survivors.
What are they, in a fucking ditch? Like
we know they are out there, and we need help finding them.
Bro, they're probably like survivors. Anybody who might have interacted with this guy is probably like, oh, that was a cringe moment in my life. I don't want to talk about it because it will. I mean, they're fucking grooming survivors.
If you don't want to help, you don't have to. But if you do, please reach out to me. We will invite you to our server where all of the survivors...
Is that their grooming server, sir? I'm kidding.
And all of the evidence is growing.
Yeah, is he wearing lip gloss? Let me put mine on. Max, I have some evidence that Camden Gerard Davis is a bad guy. I have some evidence. I don't have any. My evidence is me saying so, by the way. But that's proof. I have proof. I have proof of it because I said so.
Next, we have to wait for law enforcement.
Just go to them.
And multiple law teams who specialize in cold cases.
What? What the fuck do you need a law team? So go to the fucking police.
Take this to them, as we have already done.
When? You didn't, did you just go to them? Because you didn't. You admitted as much.
Address it through the proper channels.
Wow. Being anti-Spencer. That's the proper channel, guys.
When that is complete, or if that goes unresolved, then we will drop the full documentary, or at least part 1 of the documentary.
Bro, how is he still going to milk the fuck out of this? So it doesn't matter if the police move forward or not. He's going to drop the documentary. What does the documentary have in there? He's milking the fuck out of this. Oh my God. He's milking it worse than we're milking him. What's happening?
Or I guess at this point it would be like part 2 or 3, but...
Oh my God.
We will show you everything.
I want to see it, frankly. Show me right now. If you had anything, you'd show it right now. He's going to wait like a month and he's going to be like, guys, the police didn't do anything. They're bad guys, so I'm dropping the documentary, and he's going to have nothing.
I hope you can all understand my position.
Oh my God.
We are living in a world where survivors scream for help and no one wants to listen.
I mean, Max, let's be real. You're the one not listening. You're putting this is where I'm at. You're platforming fake survivors at this point. You're platforming fake survivors instead of actually finding real survivors that need help. Who's the one that's hurting? You're fucking fuck Spencer at this point. Go fuck yourself. This is stupid. There's nothing here. We're talking about some fucking 16-year-old who came from a shit home that got convinced by some fucking black vampire werewolf guy with maybe a little autism to go and move in with him a little bit and smoke weed with him, and then they had sex. Who fucking cares? And then she was sad afterwards because she got fucking convinced by a vampire werewolf that she was a vampire because she was missing something in her life, and she felt so dumb she decided she was a fucking survivor. I don't know what to tell you, dude. I don't fucking like. What do you? There's no reason to like. We're at a point now where like, what am I supposed to do? Continue back? Yeah, alleged, but not even. There's no allegation. There's nothing here. Her crying on a fuck. Not even crying. Her fucking like really being happy about talking about that's just weird. Show me something. I have no problem saying, "Oh, I was wrong," but like, there's no reason that I have no reason to even. Tread carefully anymore. Who does? What's the fucking point? What?
There are children living in literal hell.
Then go find the children, Max. Go find the children. Stop talking about this fucking 30-year-old woman or whatever the fuck she is that got manipulated by a guy that thought he was a fucking vampire. I wouldn't tell you that story with a gun to my head. Are you kidding me? It's the most embarrassing time of my entire life. Yeah, guys, when I was 18, some 19-year-old girl said she was a Power Ranger, and she dressed up in a pink Power Ranger suit, and she convinced me that I was one. Billy? That was my favorite Power Ranger. And we went to Party City, and we got the costumes. I should have been my first... It should have been my first... that should have been the first hint that I wasn't a real Power Ranger. She said we could talk to Zordon and Alpha, and it's never happened. Yeah, that's where we're at. Come on, bro. I'm over this. This is stupid. This is dumb. This is a slap in the face to actual people who've gone through something.
And we can't hear them.
Trigger warning. CSA. Rape. Loss of pregnancy. Go find it. Oh, God. Cue the music.
That was the night.
If you are a survivor of Camden Gerard Davis, please reach out onto my Twitter. Link in my description.
Where he had
Whoa.
induced my last miscarriage.
Oh, my God. He must have hurt you a lot. I just don't believe any of this, by the way. I'm at that point. You can go find the video. I'll go link it in the description of like me listening to her talk about this. If you feel like I'm being insensitive, I don't care.
Like, he had convinced me to have someone bring me to his house. He beat me and then raped me.
But
That's
you know, the
horrible.
transformation process is really dangerous.
Like transforming into the vampire? All right. This is the video, by the way. Me listening. It's called MamaMax's Story Unravels. Blah, 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 blah. That'll be in the description. Where his Patreon would be under sources.
On your body, especially because you're young. So from there, she had me like put stuff in my body and told me to pretend it was like his penis. I was 14.
What the fuck are you? Whoa, what the fuck?
During the midst of it, I tried to scream. I was screaming no and screaming for help. And he
very
put
sad.
his hand on my throat and choked me.
Oh, this is sad. I wish that you had proof, because I don't know if I could believe any of this.
He told me that if I kept screaming, he would kill not just me, but my family too. When it was done, he got off of me and he went across the room. And he looked at me.
Just to be clear, like, obviously the intention of this last part is to be emotionally provocative, to get you to be like, oh man, I made a huge mistake. I stand by everything I said. This is sad if it's real, but I don't know if it is, because he's done everything he can to give us as little credibility to the situation as possible.
Saw me crying. And he said, what just happened? And I looked at him and I told him, you just raped me.
Camden
What, he didn't realize that he was?
Gerard Davis is a sexual predator and cult leader who victimized hundreds of minors on platforms like Kick and Whisper. He went under a few aliases
You couldn't edit that part a little bit?
such as Cade, Quinn, Sincade, Giomara, and Godric,
Are these like fucking anime characters?
among other possible names.
Okay.
His cult went by the Guild of Divinity, the Daemons, and Eon Syndicate, among other possible titles.
Okay.
Despite being reported to multiple different law enforcement agencies over the past 7 years, they are still active.
Did this guy commit any crimes? What's the mugshot? I don't know. Is that like an actual mugshot, or is that somebody else? I really have no fucking idea.
Brainwashing emotionally vulnerable children, predominantly preteen girls, into
shit,
believing they are supernatural creatures like werewolves and vampires.
Damn. I feel like even 12 years old is old enough to know that you're not a fucking vampire, but hey, fuck it.
In order to
What the fuck is this? What is this? Why did you edit this? What are you doing?
seduce them into illegal activities for monetary profit.
Okay.
We have a growing server of survivors filled with a piling number of evidence that we are saving for law enforcement and legal teams who specialize
Didn't people look at this evidence and determine it wasn't real?
in complex cult cases.
Okay.
We have been advised to protect this evidence until our work with them is either complete or goes unresolved.
Okay.
However, we are still looking for the remaining survivors who were victimized by this cult.
Wow.
And we are kindly asking
How the fuck do you leave a cult?
for your help to share this message. Notable influencers are invited to join our server if you are interested in helping us.
No, thank you.
We will
I guess
continue
I'm not notable, so.
making videos that promote this message, adapting our approach in response to the evolving environment.
Okay. So this is basically what he's saying. He's just gonna keep going. He's just gonna keep going. He's just gonna keep doing everything he's been doing, signal boosting with no evidence. Like, you do know that you can go to law enforcement with evidence, and then you can bring them more later. I think that's how it works. I'm not a fucking expert, but okay.
Once this phase is complete, we will drop part 1 of the documentary.
According to Mudahar, MamaMax used ChatGPT for legal advice. Oh yeah, of course. I mean, it's probably not that bad, but it's not exactly the most credible thing.
If you're a survivor of Camden Gerard Davis, please reach out to me.
That's so sad, dude.
Thank you.
I think that's so sad. What is this? Guys, we gotta stand up and we have to fight right now. Okay? We gotta go and find this motherfucker, Camden Gerard Davis, and we have to slay him like Richter Belmont did to Dracula. That's the only way we can move forward right now, is to band together and to defeat this foul predator. Guys, I'm just a little artistic, okay? There's more? What else is there? What the fuck? What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? What the fuck was that? Oh my god, dude. This is so performative. This is so stupid. Especially since he already knows. This is so cringe. Especially since he always talks about how he's just trying to like flavor stuff up for fucking to be more emotionally provocative. Like, what the fuck, dude? What are you doing? We know it's all a fucking ploy at this point. What was that? Mom, come here. At the end of the video. Come here, Mom. I don't even know who that is. Was that Spencer? I don't think so. She was a little thin. No offense to Spencer. I'm fat too, but hey. What is this? The whole thing, the fucking new handshake thing. What is this? With the podcast in here? Oh my god. Join the survivor. Support the survivors of cancer. Okay. All right, guys. Great video, Max. Thank you. Wow. I just literally exploded in my pants. Remember, one of his pieces of evidence was curvy suck equals raisin balls. Is that real? That's good evidence, I think. Okay. Well, interesting. I wonder if that's going to get DMCA'd. I wonder if that's going to get the old DMCA on that one. I don't know. But I thought it added some flavor to the video. Why do you have a mugshot? I don't know. Maybe the guy fucking... I don't know. Maybe the guy was gooning in a fucking public movie theater. I have no idea. Check the GoFundMe. It looks like it was gone. Oh, that's... Oops. Let's see. The GoFundMe. Oh, they took the fundraiser down, dude! Oh, no! Mama Max contact. Hey, Max. Here's my evidence. Well, so what's interesting is that the GoFundMe doesn't work, but on his Twitter that's linked to it, you can find his Patreon. Striker Films. Whoa. How much money does this guy make? I guess you can't see it. I guess, I don't know, maybe I'm just a stupid idiot. Oh, we could save 10% if we pay manually. Holy fuck, we should do that. Alright, I gotta piss, dude. This is so fucking dumb.